I'm calling it a day, mate. Like, I can't do this anymore. The spiteful face, like, fucking, you're overstepping the boundary and that's it. That's the fucking end.
I wish that was the fucking end.
I want a happy gas.
Do you suck cock as well, yeah?
You don't look like a picture.
These two definitely shaggy.
You're making out that we're together. We're not fucking together!
They say the best way to move forward is to go back.
Welcome, it's good to talk to you. It's not often one of my reviewers gives a rave review about he did for Departures at BFI Flair this week, so congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much.
Can we start, Lloyd, with you telling us something, what it's all about without giving it away in your own words?
Yeah, I think it's a tale of how heartbreak can lead to self-destruction and then kind of finding yourself again after that heartbreak and destruction's happened. And I'd say it's sort of about toxic relationships and from every side of the relationship, I suppose.
Lloyd, you wrote it, you directed it, you starred in it, so we must assume it's part of your story.
Yeah, well, I co-directed it with Neil Eli, who some of his experiences are in there as well. I'd sort of say that everything that you see happen on screen either happened to myself or Neil, pretty much. Obviously, we've turned it into a narrative and we've kind of constructed it into a film, but a lot of the experiences on there are our truths of what happened to us in one way or another.
What made you want to make it into a film?
I was in a really bad place and started writing it and felt like I needed to make it. So from sort of idea to actually shooting, I think it was around 3 or 4 weeks. So it was quite quick, and I was kind of still feeling those feelings as we started filming it. So it felt quite urgent to do it. And it was one of them things where you kind of are in a not a great place and make a knee-jerk decision and then just start doing it. And then it just kind of rolled into filming over a year. And sort of halfway through filming, I was like, oh, actually, I'm in a much better place now. And then I was like, oh, shit, I'm in the film, but it's too late.
But did have to stop filming so you'd have a quiet little weep in the corner sometimes?
No, not really. I mean, all of the people that made the film with me are friends, or it was quite a close network that made it with us. And when I'm crying on screen, I am really crying. Like there was no tear sticks involved. I was feeling it, and it was quite raw, I think, a lot of the feelings. Um, yeah, I mean, I think I'm definitely someone that doesn't deal with loss amazingly and losing people. And I just kind of lost two important relationships at the time. And I think I was processing it and then obviously turned it into a narrative and put experiences that I'd had into relationships into it.
We don't all have dramatic comings out like you, but we do. We can see it because not one of us ever had a smooth coming out. But you've been fascinated by relationships because your last two shorts have been about that too. What makes you so intrigued in this?
I think I just love telling LGBTQ stories. I always have. I've always told stories that, I think there's still not enough LGBT stories being told, or when they are, sometimes it's quite sanitized. And I think I want to make stories that are real, that resonate with people, that, you know, that show a real side to LGBT life, I suppose. I don't know. It just feels important to me.
I think one of the other things that really impressed us was you guys actually self-funded the project. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Did you have no choice, or you just?
I think it's just because we made it there and then, rather than kind of, we got our budget together. Everyone got paid, like crew wise, and then we had some people come and do favors. If it was a small part, I'd get someone to come in and help and stuff. But yeah, it just felt. I think it's because it was urgent, and also we really struggled to fill out funding application forms. I think that you need a degree to fill them in. It's not very accessible
Yeah.
for working class creatives in Manchester to be able to fill a form like that in. And I think that it stops a lot of people making films, and I think it's a shame.
I found it very British because it's not just about toxic masculinity, but it's about us being avoiding being drawn into a relationship, which I find is being a British thing. How did that respond? How did audiences respond to that?
I think audience have responded well to it. I mean, I think the reaction we've had's been said it's been triggering for people, and that it's felt like watching a documentary rather than a film sometimes. Um, yeah, that's been the general reaction. I mean, still not many people have seen it. You know, we've probably screened to, I don't know, 600 people, via Flare. So I mean, it's still kind of being born, I suppose.
Good. Will you have any problems, you think, with gay film festivals around the world because of the accents?
Um,
I say that as a British person who gets shouted at all the time.
I don't know. I mean, there's subtitles, so I mean, they can play the subtitles if they want.
Now, with straight British audiences, which you're not reached yet, I know straight people have a difficulty separating the person on the screen and the character you played before. So will they be shocked to see an EastEnders character in a movie like this?
I feel quite passionate about supporting soap actors when they leave soaps because I still think there's quite a lot of stigma around soap actors.
Absolutely.
And I don't like it because actually, it comes down to classism because ultimately a lot of working class actors get their first roles in soaps. And
Hmm.
then the industry is snobby towards them when they leave, and then they can't get work, because they've been in a soap. But actually, it's probably the only acting opportunity they got because of their backgrounds and where
Yeah.
they're from. So I'm quite passionate about casting soap actors and trying to help elevate them onto higher end drama and to get them into the industry because I don't like this stigma that's attached to soap because actually some of the most talented filmmakers, editors, actors, producers work in soap. Um, so I think I've got quite a bit of me and Neil have got a bit of a placard being like, let's get
Good for you.
soap in the
As you
project.
said, it's a very passionate story, and you made us very involved. So the age-old question is, will we know what comes next?
As in with this
Story.
story,
Hmm.
what, like a sequel?
Yes, or just a follow-up, because we come out thinking, wonder what happens next.
I'd love to do Departures too. I'd love to do it, but we'll see what people think of number one first. But I think there's definitely room to explore what happens with these characters
Yeah.
because it sort of ends with a start without giving too many spoilers away. So I
Yeah.
think it has scope to have another film, definitely. Whether that's about my character or not, I don't know. But I think there's definitely a world there where we can explore
Mhm. Mhm.
what happens to some of these people.
What happens with the movie next? Are you on your travels?
So we've just signed with Wrapped Films, who is a sales agent, and they're sending it out this week. So hopefully, I'd love to get a cinema release with it. It would be amazing. I think me, Paul, and Neil, who are the producers with me, that's our kind of dream. Or for it to end up on a streamer, I don't know, something like that would be amazing.
So Lloyd, we cover a lot of gay film festivals around the globe because we are fairly international. Will we see you popping up in anywhere around there in America or Australia? Or,
You know what? I don't know yet. I mean, we only actually finished the film in January, so the BFI took it from a rough cut, and then obviously it's now finished and complete. But it's kind of only just we've literally just finished it. So I'm hoping so. We've entered a lot of festivals, so I guess I'll just keep an eye on Film Freeway and see where we end up.
and we'll keep an eye on Film Freeway too. We'll also run your details so people can pester you to find where they are. I think before we finish, then we should say a heads up to BFI for taking you on in an unfinished state. That was really good, and I'm pleased they're in existence to do things like this. Very good luck. Great seeing the film, and hope your future's as rosy as it is right now. Take care.
Thank you.